The Midland Fire Department Pension, which is a private pension fund the firefighters have always paid into. We're not part of the Texas Municipal Retirement System, or do we pay into Social Security. This fund started having some issues in the late 2000s. There were some recommendations made throughout the years through actuarial studies that were not implemented.
Really, for the last 20 plus years, we've been aware that there were problems with the fund, and we've been receiving actuarial reviews every 2 years that have indicated that there's a problem, and they've made recommendations for potential changes. Some of those changes were taken and some of those changes were rejected. And so that's brought us to today, where we have a bigger issue than we might have had.
The firefighters have already taken a step here in 2023 and voted to make 2 plan changes. They got rid of overtime counting towards their retirement. And your retirement is now calculated on your last 60 months, where it used to be calculated on your highest 60 months, which allowed people to spike their retirement. So those 2 things are really big items that helped drop the liability from $105 million to $80 million in liability.
On December 12th, I hope to bring a request to the council to increase the contribution from the city to the fire department's fund by 2% on each of their paychecks. This will allow us to benefit that contribution formula, and it'll start to make changes for the unfunded liability. It will reduce the unfunded liability, and we believe that that's important. We also believe that there's a possibility for a bond as soon as May of 2024 to be able to look for the funding that is needed to really restore this plan to health.
But this option to do a one-time bond for $80 million would let us, like the mayor was saying, plug the leak, the big leak. It would do that. We're still going to have some small leaks that we're going to have some discussions going forward about how we do other plan changes.
Firefighters do not receive Social Security. They've not paid into that system. And so if this is not a viable fund for them, then we've jeopardized their future, and that cannot happen.
We own some of these mistakes, and we're going to fix this going forward, but we need a bond to help make us whole so that it's fixed from now on as well.